Democrats play the game and Republicans play a game. This is part of your game. Democrats pretend like they care about black people when they don't. And you pretend to hate black people when you don't. Bars.
I bet you his dad was a Trump-supporting conservative. And I bet you he raised a good kid. And that kid used to go shooting with him, hunting with him. That kid was getting straight A's in school, well-mannered, and probably why he got a scholarship, and then went to school and got indoctrinated.
Yeah, see, he goes off to Tatum. He's talking about Tyler, the one who was allegedly, who's been a suspect for the shooting of Charlie Kirk. And he's saying these things. This is what he knows. He knows this to be true. And he's almost correct. He's almost correct. But it appears he's wrong about a major part of this. And that is his family's right wing. You're right. But he didn't move to the left. He moved to the right. Yeah, the white moved to the right. And someone say the true right. Officer Tatum and Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens and all these people, they're just phonies. These guys are phonies. They use anti-blackness in order to develop a following and so that they can move to the center. And for some people, it just ain't working. That's it. It's just not working for them. They use anti-blackness to build a following with bigots, to build up their numbers so the numbers are compressive, so they can move to the center and rock with the Republicans. Officer Tatum is trying to do that right now as they try to consolidate power, try to fill the shoes of Charlie Kirk. He will not be successful, no matter how much he blubbers and complains and threatens to beat up people who talk bad about Charlie. It will not work. You still black, Tatum. Listen when I tell you. I'm telling you some good shit, Tatum. You are black, sir. You ain't gonna succeed Charlie. His wife ain't gonna put you in a hit or nothing. You can work security. You can play the drums. Before we go any further, let me let you know the Tim Black Wolfpack is dedicated, committed, 10 toes down to reporting the truth, unbiased, and not working for any political party. If that sounds good to you, go to jointimblack.com, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. It will not work. You still black, Tatum. Listen when I tell you. I'm telling you some good shit, Tatum. You are black, sir. You ain't gonna succeed Charlie. His wife ain't gonna put you in a hit or nothing. You can work security. You can play the drums.
I'm not saying that that's true, but there's a huge sentiment in my mind that that's what happens. These people at these universities, there needs to be consequences for indoctrination, not education, but indoctrination. That means that when you're in the classroom and you're supposed to be talking about math, you should be talking about math. Math teachers shouldn't be talking about politics. You at school to teach. I went to my son's school in Washington State. Thank God he don't live there no more. Washington State, go in the classroom, math teacher got...
And see, this is what I'm telling you, folks. As you listen to him talk, other than trying to be abrasive, other than being abrasive, other than being loud, and look, I'm not somebody that's going to complain about you being loud. Look, that would be hypocritical as hell. But what I'm saying is, what he's saying is really not crazy. What he's saying is not racist or not whatever, because he's already said those parts. When he starts talking about other stuff, he just sounds like a Republican. That's because he is. He is. And when he cools out after dumping on black people to get approval, he starts sounding like any old Republican that you'll hear from. Of course, he's going to be a little bit more brash because he tries to be the black one. That's more threatening, more blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do that amongst a bunch of white people. So they can say, you the man, Tatum. You the man. It's funny. We got a cop threatening to beat people up if they talk bad about Charlie. That's perfect. That's perfect. And nothing better. That's a perfect example to demonstrate what I'm talking about when I criticize cops. He's the only cop I know who's threatening to actually put violence upon people for words. Then he's complaining about what happened to Charlie. Oh, guys, it's you can't make this shit up, fam. He said Charlie got off because of words, and then he says he gonna punch somebody, hurt somebody, if they use words to describe Charlie that he don't agree with. Tatum, if you put your hands on me, I ain't gonna be the last person getting hands put on them, and I'm gonna let you know, brother. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna own everything. It's your name on it. Everything. I'm gonna sue you for everything you have, sir. You'll be working for me until you're 60 or later. Using the negative stereotypes about black people to ingratiate themselves to people so that they can further their organization, so they can pad their pockets. Then they can act normal. Look at Candace. She's doing it right now. Get some money in her pocket. She did all she needed to do. Last time Candace talked about black people. She moved beyond it. Now she's trying to be a regular person. But I got caught out there talking about another group of people. And now she may be through. But let's let Tatum go a little bit further because he's talking about trans and schools, and let's see if we can jump forward a little bit.
I'm not bashing the Democrats if I'm not talking about Democrat stuff. These people are evil. They're evil. It's no other way to say it. They're evil. They're evil devils. And the devil projects on the good people. Good people like Charlie are doing right. You don't have to talk to him. If you mofos don't think they can spread hate, let him come on campus and talk to himself. Y'all don't have to talk to him. Charlie can't debate himself. You are participating voluntarily in a debate against Charlie. You just can't win because y'all stupid. Like, let's stop playing. Let's stop being more. These people are stupid and they're evil. That's what it is. They're stupid and evil. It's two genders. If you don't know that, you're stupid and evil. Marriage between a man and a woman. You're stupid and evil if you don't understand that. It's not up for discussion. It's not a controversy.
This guy was a cop. That was the cop. And this the guy's the Christian who he says gets money to speak in front of Christians. Yeah, I've been working on my vocabulary. Because I think it's important to broaden one's vocabulary and learn these things. Here goes the word for the day. Christo-fascist ethno-state. Now, Christo-fascist is sort of like him, this guy, always with the God and the Lord stuff. Fascist is the type of government they want. The ethno-state is the hard part I don't understand for somebody like Tatum or Fuentes. Because the ethno, they don't apply because they're not white. It's not going to work for them. White supremacist state. You know, like basically anything that's not white doesn't work. So I'm kind of wondering how this is seen as a valuable or, a correct method to go. Like, why would you adopt this type of stance and be who you are? Like, we see you, Tatum. I don't know what these black conservatives like this thing. Now, I know not everybody's this way. There are people that got this shit together. Like, I like Anthony Brian Logan, in comparison, right? And there's probably many others. So Michael Singleton, he don't talk like this. He may believe like this to a certain degree, but he don't talk like this. This guy's just knucklehead. And if they did believe this way, they wouldn't televise it. This guy's crashing and burning in front of everybody. I don't know if he just made this tape or is somebody just hooked this up and just put it together. You know what I'm saying? Feel what I'm saying?
There's not a bunch of genders. You're evil and stupid. It's that simple. Christianity is the reason for our success. You're evil and stupid. It's that simple. I don't want to hear nothing about Islam or none of these other religions. You can come over here and practice your stuff, but if you think that's the way, you're stupid.
Someone calling other people stupid for believing in religion. The religion goes back a lot further than Christianity. There's a lot of religions that, I don't know, man. That's why I don't get into the religious conversation with people. People believe what they want to believe. It is what it is. Officer Tatum he's noticeably ignorant on so many things, and he conducts himself as somebody who don't know shit. And for him to be yelling at the top of his lungs that other people are stupid. Now, I'm saying, I don't know, man. I thought I was going to be the one yelling tonight. I didn't know I was going to get competition with this guy. Black America. Black America, you know what I'm saying. Like, we get upset because we got cops that kill black people and they don't even get arrested. We have to do shit to make them even indict them. If we don't that's what I think a lot of people, I don't know if they understand or not. the officer that shot the black man in the back several times, then planted drugs on him. They weren't even going to indict that guy. If it wasn't for a bystander with film who at great risk put that film out, we never would have known about it. They just made up something. He shot himself in the back 5 times. George Floyd, they didn't even classify that as any type of interaction with cops. They never listed any of that in the actual report. There was nothing in that report for George Floyd of what took place that day. The video going viral is what made them go back and start modifying reports. Same thing with Laquan McDonald in Chicago. So Black Americans had to act up. We've had to protest. Nobody wants to protest, Goofy. And I'm not talking about the people that look at a protest as an opportunity to come up on a fresh pair of sneakers. I'm not talking about those people. Anytime there's a blackout, people break into shit. It could be anything. A strong enough rain to come through. People want to try to come up on some shit because shoes are nice and they can't afford them. But when it comes to justice, when it comes to issues, when we got to make noise, we make noise because if we don't make noise, they ignore our shit. They ignore what happens to us. But that's what happened with Charlie Kirk. You got the president of the United States tweeting about it. He did a 4-minute video about it. The flag was at half-mast before this guy. He's getting a congressman's, he got the Medal of Honor. He got the vice president with the casket. They're talking about laying him in state. I mean, come on. And you still not happy. They're doing everything they can do for Charlie except bring him back to life. And none of you are happy. None of you are happy. Instead, what I got Tatum talking about hurting people who say things about him that they believe are true based on shit he said in clips. And if Officer Tatum and the High Swans and all the rest of you, and Candace Owens too, if you ever showed a Black American a 10th of the respect, a 10th of the admiration that wasn't Thomas Sowell, maybe we wouldn't feel the way we feel about you. You know? Maybe if you showed a iota of respect and love, enduring, or sympathy, or empathy, appreciation, acknowledgement for a Black American, like you do Charlie Kirk, maybe we wouldn't think that you were such a piece of garbage. Maybe we'd stop calling you coons and sellouts. Maybe you would be people we just have a difference of opinion with. But you don't. Charlie Kirk was a powerful man shot by one white dude in Utah with an axe to grind. That's it. His life was amazing. You can live many times over and not live a charmed life like Charlie Kirk. And you don't show any of the empathy for the rest of us like you're showing for Charlie Kirk.
I'm going to go to some of the clips of these naysayers. Amanda Seals is one of them. Now, this may be disturbing for some people. And I haven't watched all the other people because I just don't want to watch. Yesterday, it was too sensitive for me to watch somebody disparage Charlie. Like violence entered into my consciousness when I hear somebody say something about him after he lost his life. And I'm just saying this and I'm being honest and y'all pray for me. I better never hear anybody face to face disparage Charlie in front of me. I better never hear it. I'm going to deck you if I hear you say it in front of me. Just know that.
Where you going to be at, son?
I'm going to deck you.
Where you going to be at? Where you going to be at?
You better never
Where you gonna be
disrespect Charlie in front of me. You can say it online. You can say it in front of me. You disrespect Charlie Kirk after he done got shot and killed. I'm not going to.
Hold on a second.
Hey,
hold on, dude.
Stay away from it.
He didn't get shot and killed for me. He didn't get shot and killed for black people. He got shot and killed because some asshole shot him. Stop making it seem like he's a civil rights leader. He wasn't a civil rights leader. Yeah, cut the shit. He is not Fred Hampton, dude. There's no way you're going to find him saying anything even close, even similar. This guy's saying that black women, you came out of a black woman's uterus, you jackass. This guy said black women don't have the mental capacity to hold credible jobs. Black women that went to Harvard and graduated and became doctors and lawyers, this guy's questioning their ability. Well, this fucker couldn't even barely made it out of high school. And you don't have a problem with that. You don't see that as racist. On what criteria can a person who could not finish a community college can label black women such negative things, fam, and it not be based on race? Why did he bring up any white women that weren't smart, that he thought were mentally challenged, were mentally, not even mentally challenged, dude? He said mentally incapable, no processing power. That hints at genetics. And if I'm wrong, John, why did he talk about white women? Why couldn't bring up a white woman he disagreed with and then challenge them on their aptitudes? Why did he bring up some Asian women and challenge their aptitudes? Katie Fang, that's on MSNBC or CNN, on MSNBC. Why did he bring up Rachel Maddow? If it's just ideology, why did he bring up Rachel Maddow? She is or somebody on The View, the Alvarez chick on The View. There's a lot of white women with Michelle Dowd, there's Barry Weiss. There's a lot of white women in media. Why didn't Charlie Kirk use any of those white women to challenge them about their genetics, about their ability to think and process information? Why only black people? And why is that okay with you? And see, Officer Tatum, this is why we call you a sellout. This is why you can't come to cookouts. Yeah, you go to cookouts with them, you can all day. That's great. I'm glad you enjoy yourself over there. You will not inherit his legacy. You will not be the beneficiary. You will not ascend. I tell you, like I told those fools who thought they're going to overtake TYT, you black, it's not going to work. Build your own. You build your own. Stop being a hired hand and build your own. Tatum, build your own. Stop looking for white people to hook you up. Build your own. All this time is so out shit out your mouth all the time. And all you do is kiss white people's ass, hoping to get the hookup. And that's what this video is all about. You kissing ass, trying to get a hookup. See how much you could kiss his wife's ass at this point so you can get the hookup. I see through you. We see through you, sir. You're going to threaten the internet. And you know damn well all the trolls going to do is troll you and say negative things about Charlie just to do it. I don't know Charlie as a person, but any person that says my wife or my mother or my sister or my daughters, because of the color of their skin, they lack the ability to ascend. I take that personal. I take it personal enough to criticize them, not to get violent. What's there to get violent about? But I can criticize that all day. I'm a content creator. I have a mic just like you do. If he didn't want me to be upset about it, he didn't want me to comment on it, he didn't want me to have a retort for it, he shouldn't have said it. And if you felt so strongly that he should say it, or if you agree with it, that's fine. If you agree with it, that's fine. We disagree with it over here. I disagree with it. And black people had nothing to do with what happened to him. Nothing at all. We disagree with the shit he was saying about us. We weren't sitting around talking about him. What are you thinking about him? He's over there thinking about us. He's over those colleges. He's at white universities, around 95% white people talking about ninjas. And got your dumb ass over there with him. And he's saying it's to benefit us. Why didn't he go to Spelman with that? Since he didn't mean nothing by it. He trying to help us. Your best friend because he puts you on. It's a lot of people he put on. He put a lot of money in a lot of black people's hands, didn't he? He only had to the whole black community to do it. Guess it's an evil trade if you're a sellout. You ain't the only black man I seen come up. He helped me out. He really hooked me up. He did this for me, boss. He was good to me. These house Negroes running up. Meanwhile, he's selling other families off and splitting them up. Meanwhile, he lynching other people, sicking. Meanwhile, he's sitting in the house on other black folks, but he helped you. He let you stay in a big house. So he good for you. If he was racist, would he have helped me? He did what he needed to do. He put a battery in the back of a bunch of bigots on some anti-blackness in order to get to rise, to make his company rise, his organization to grow. He played the game. That's the game. You can't tell somebody that's here who knows the game that that's not part of the game. You play the game too. Democrats play the game and Republicans play a game. This is part of your game. Democrats pretend like they care about black people when they don't. And you pretend to hate black people when you don't. Bars. Now, rebut me. Rebut me, Tatum. And see, DL, this is the type of creative thinking that you can do on the fly when you're not a hack. But see, you can only do it if you're willing to go at Democrats and Republicans. That's what it looks like. That's how it's done. All right, guys, I got number love for you. I thank y'all for sharing this moment with me. Officer Tatum, look, man, if you were good friends with Charlie Kirk, I get it, I understand it. I get it, man. But don't crash out over this. You're not gonna get the brass ring. Now, if you're not doing it for the brass ring, I gotta ask, are you stupid? Because there's no reason to do it then if you ain't gonna benefit from it. Not at this level. And all those white folks watching and clapping, dude, you just revealed yourself to be a fool. You revealed yourself to be the worst. You just, listen, man. You just displayed the worst attributes that you could display that makes you volatile to them. You are done, sir. You are donezo. When the smoke settles, 3 months from now, when the right is like recleaning and it's healing, you will be out. You will be out because you just expose yourself as being volatile as hell. Mark my words, dude. You done. You're going to hate this video. You're going to hate what I'm saying. Look at it again in 3 months or 6 months. In 6 months, watch it again. And then holler at me. Or not. Don't matter because I'm right. All right, guys, where we at?
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.